One guy, it looked like he had a forearm shimmel worth of beaded bracelets, but it looked so polished and so pulled together.
Yeah. Well, it is that aesthetic. I could see a European man with a white linen shirt that's like half buttoned, you know, and his little beads and stuff. And it just looks cool, and he's tan and all that. It just looks so high end. And by the way, the tiger's eye, please get at least 3 of these and stack those. Just asking for a friend, because oh my gosh, that looks so good. And again, ladies, you know we rock this all day long. I am a huge fan of the whole boho chic aesthetic, and it's really all about this, going back to nature and and bringing in indigenous elements, and you know, giving that global appeal, like that well-traveled look. I mean, this is just awesome. And then again, look, I am trying to become more creative and stuff. You could, the beads, because you've got multi shades, all right, maybe you want to add a charm. And I've taken old pendants that I don't wear anymore, and I just, you know, or if it's got a lobster claw, I'll just clip something on there, and now I've got a fun charm.
And Carolyn, I love what your thought is. She says she's picking up on a bunch of these, multiple bials. She said she's actually going to clip the jeweler's stretch cord, rebead them. Use them for your own pieces. This is where the rubber meets the road. If you make jewelry, if you want to make jewelry, if you decide you're going to experiment with making jewelry, get 5 or 6 bials. You can't buy the beads for this price. This is silly. All right. Everyone needs to get at least 1 bial. I think that should be a requirement in this presentation. It should be not 1 bial, but 2 or 3 bials. They look so good. And when you get multiples, go bananas. Go crazy. Stack up 3 or 4 of the tiger's eye at once. Go and do every other with larger beads and smaller beads. Change the calibration. Like you were saying, one of my favorite looks to do, because it's very unexpected, but it somehow just works perfectly. I have my beautiful diamond tennis bracelet that I'll wear quite frequently. I'll toss it on with a tiger's eye bead bracelet. I have a little bit more expensive Australian boulder opal beaded bracelet. I have a few of these pieces. I toss on with the high quality diamonds, and it gives this stark contrast. You get the opaque stones. You get them to have their little bit of the phenomena, like you get with the tiger's eye. But then you have the sparkle, the fire, brilliance, scintillation of diamonds. Maybe you have a favorite gemstone bracelet. Like, you're like, hey, listen, Matt, I wear a sapphire bracelet every day. Like, Deanne, I have a gorgeous amethyst bracelet. That's my jam. That's what I always... Amazing. This looks perfect. Do you like bold gold? Do you have chunky Bali legacy bracelets? Guess what? Toss these with it. There is no wrong way, no wrong occasion, no wrong style. Formal attire, it looks great. Boho chic, this looks awesome. Jeans and a t-shirt, throw it on, you look polished, refined, and pulled together.
That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations on your bracelets. This, I mean, really gave you an amazing opportunity, and those are so in vogue, and there's so much you can do. These little bags are the cutesiest little bags ever. Yay, Jason! Oh, sorry.
Come on back to the TV, folks.
Okay.
This one's crazy.
Yep, another one. My app is ready to roll.
So
ready to roll.
We always like to mention, and we always like to preface on our Fridays, we will reserve the right to have what we call spotlight presentations, where we will have our price points that go over $10. You know, last Friday we had a special event, so there were prices into the thousands. It happens. We always reserve the right to have those spotlight presentations, especially when you're talking with high-end stones. You know, malachite's a stone is a darling of the designers, especially this quality of your malachite, this size of your malachite. This at $99 is a great price.
That's insane.
Let's hit the SmackDown music, and let's roll this down under $100. Let's take it under $50. Let's take this down $29.99 while they last, and let's go shopping. Right here, $99. Okay, there are levels to the game of malachite, folks. You can see it right here. And when you get something of our quality versus theirs at $99, ours at $29, the dollars don't just make sense. It's baffling. It's mind-boggling. And what's even crazier is we're going to hit the SmackDown again, because this is not one of the spotlight presentations where we go over $10. You're in on this malachite for $9.99. And if you're a reseller, if you want to get the complete collection, you can get the buy all for an extra 10% off. So run to the phones. For every standard circumstance, this should be a more expensive presentation. This should be over $10. Why are we at this price? The only thing I can say is we are Shop LC and we do things different.
And if you do know your designers, maybe you own one of those iconic designer clover necklaces with a little bit of malachite. I wouldn't even be mad at you if you did a little high-low action. Because honestly, that's how the real fashionistas do it. They'll have one high-end piece, they'll have one low-end piece, and you won't know which is which, or it all looks high-end. So again, or maybe you have a watch that has malachite in the face, and that's crazy expensive. You put a ring like this on, who's to say this isn't solid 18 karat gold? I would think that. I think it right now.